give you a goat, a cow, you take the cow home, now you got milk. You take the goat, you got goat's milk. You take the sheep, you got lamb. And on top of that, you got the fixings that I gave you for you doing the job for me on my land. Same thing if a mason comes and builds a foundation. If I want to add another house on my property, or in addition to my home, you got to do a foundation first. Then the carpenter will come and build on top of that. I pay him the same way. So it's a barter system. Yeah.
But in the 7th year, 6 days thou shalt do thy work, and on the 7th day thou shalt rest, that thine ox and thine ass may rest.
That thine ox and thine ass may rest. So for the, you know what? For them 6 years, you took in a lot of grains, a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables. On the 7th year, it said you let your ox and your ass rest. So they get a rest. And if you have a lot of corn and certain type and rice, those are like non-perishables. They can be stored for a long time before they actually go bad. Jake like cornbread, right? Corn muffins. Or certain types of rice. You can store those. Those are like non-perishable grains. You can store them for a long time. And they don't go bad on you. Go ahead.
Quick precept. Proverbs 12:10. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast.
Scripture say a righteous man regardeth the life of his beast. Go ahead.
But the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel.
But the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Go ahead, brother. What you got?
The book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 11. And the Mosai said, let the earth bring forth grass and herbs yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind.
Look at that. It said after his kind. So everything that's produced is produced after his kind. And guess what? Even with the people. An Israelite man is going to produce an Israelite child. It don't matter who you deal with. That don't mean it's more or lesser of an Israelite. If you deal with a white woman, a Chinese woman, Japanese, East Indian, African woman, whatever it may be. Read that scripture again, brother.
It says, and the Mosai said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herbs yielding seed, and the fruit yielding fruits after his kind.
After his kind. So when you plant your seed, which is your sperm, the Latin word sperma goes back to seed. So your seed is your sperm. A woman don't have no seed. A man plants his seed in the woman, and the seed grows in her. Just like you take an apple seed and you plant it in North America, it grows what? An apple tree. If you plant that same seed in South America, it grows what? An apple tree in South America. You take it and plant it in China, it grows an apple tree in China. If you plant it in Hawaii, it grows an apple tree in Hawaii. It's not a Hawaiian apple. It ain't a Chinese apple. It's an apple. So it's the same way with people. No matter what woman you deal with, that's an Israelite. The man, we can deal with any woman we want because we're reproducing after the baby that's going to come out is after our kind. It's one of us. But now if all women go with the other nations, they're bringing forth little bastards. Because men and women is not equal. That's why when a nation, if you know anything about the ancient world and war, when a nation conquers another nation, you kill off the men and you take the women as what? Slaves. You make them your bed horse. You put your babies in them. And they're going to bring forth what? Your children. Because you planted your babies in their womb. And that works with any woman. So it don't matter what woman you deal with. Okay, it don't matter. All of these women in America can drop dead. All of the black women can drop dead in America. We can go to South America and get women there and bring them back. Because as long as a male of that family survives, that whole line survives. As long as a male survives, not a female. As long as a male survives, the family line survives. Right. As long as a male survives, that family line survives. Go ahead, brother.
There's a book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21, verse 10. When thou goest forth to war, thy enemies...
Right. Now, this is the law of war. The scripture said, when thou goest forth to war against thine enemies, go ahead.
And the Most High, thy power, had delivered them into thy hands.
Right. Now, this is the law of war in the Bible. When we go to war, we ain't going to war with our friends. We going to war against our enemies. And the Lord have delivered our enemies into our hand, meaning we got the upper hand on them, meaning we killing their ass. Go ahead.
And thou hast taken them captive, and seen among the captive a beautiful woman.
Wait a minute. And we take these people captive. In other words, we put them in slavery. And among the captives, there's a fine-ass woman. Notice it didn't say an ugly-ass woman or an ugly bitch. It said, and among the captives thou see a beautiful woman.
Here she is.
All right? Oh, yeah. Concubine. Yeah, that's a concubine. You right. I ain't going to deny you on that one. If thou seen among the captives a beautiful woman, go ahead.
And has a desire unto her.
Meaning she's so fine when you look at her, your rod jumps up, boing. You want to bang her out. The scriptures are saying that. And you see among the captives a beautiful woman, not an ugly woman, and fuck him. Go ahead.
That thou wouldest have to her to wife.
Meaning you want to take her and bang her out. Go ahead.
Then thou shalt bring her home to thy house.
It said you going to take her and bring her home to your house. You think that woman is going to willingly want to go with you after you done killed her grandmother, her grandfather, her brothers, her uncles, her old ass aunts? Because who wants an old ass snatch? You just get rid of them. You want the young perky things. So you think she gonna willingly come with you and just give it spread eagle? No, you gonna have to take it. So what is that talking about? Rape. That's the Bible. It said when you go to war against your enemies and you take captives. You think she willingly gonna want to give that up to you? You're gonna have to force entry. Like when you break an entry into a house, you're gonna have to break an entry. Go ahead.
And she shall shave her head and pare her nails.
Now this is God's law. It said you take her to your house, you gotta shave her head bald and cut her nails, her fingernails and her toenails. Why? Because you gotta give her 30 days, which is a month, to mourn the death of her people. Go ahead. That was back then, like Elder Ricard said, that was back then. Go ahead. Oh, no. Oh, hell yeah. Like you said, hey, that was back then, but right now, things are sped up. Right now, we just gonna go in. And the scriptures speak about that too. See, Jake like to use that term, yo, I'm about to go in on Shorty. Or we was getting it in last night. Well, that's in the Bible. Genesis, the 4th chapter, by the way. But go ahead, brother, continue reading.
And she shall put the remnants of her captive from off her.
The clothing of her slavery, she shall take the clothing of her slavery off of her. Go ahead.
And shall remain in thy house, and bewail her father and her mother a full month.
So she's going to bewail her father and mother a full month. Go ahead.
And after that thou shalt go in unto her.
Wait a minute. The scripture saying after the month of her mourning, her father and mother, now you're going to go in unto her. So we say that right now. Before it used to be rocking and rolling, between the sheets, knocking boots. I'm hitting skins. I'm hitting that. Now people say, look, we about to get it in. Well, the scripture say, read that again. Thou shalt what?
It says, thou shalt go in unto her.
Thou shalt go in unto her. After a month. So she ain't got no say so. So what you think that is, brother? That's rape. She ain't willingly gonna want to give you that. You're gonna have to take it by force. Go ahead.
And that includes Edomite women.
Oh yeah.
Japhetic women.
Oh hell yeah. Them Hawaiian, them hula girls.
And you know what, man? The scriptures even tell you, back in the ancient world, you saw an Israelite woman that was maybe 12 or 13 years old, and she's a virgin. She ain't betrothed or engaged to be married. You can take her by force. See, these other camps, they can't see that, man, because they're not deep in the scriptures. You see?
And when a man did that back in the ancient world, he had to go to her father and give the father a dowry of 50 shekels of silver. If you did that to an Israelite woman, you would have to go to her father and you would have to give the father a dowry of 50 shekels of silver. And then the father wouldn't change. The father would either say, you know what, since you already done spoiled it, you might as well take her. And the father will take the 50 shekels of silver from you, and then you take his daughter. Or the father will say, you know what, I want her to deal with somebody else. And he could take the 50 shekels of silver, and you go about your business. You didn't get locked up in jail and put in prison.
But then he was a stupid man, because ain't no man in Israel want to get with a woman that's already been popped, man. Because you had a thing called a dowry, man. See, this whole bullshit about getting married in this fucking society is all bullshit, man. Because part of the wedding ceremony is that the parents got to present a dowry, man. A token of her virginity.
Them bloody bed sheets.
You know what I'm saying? In other words, you get with a woman that you fall in love with, she could have been with 20 men. She could have been with 100 men, man.
100.
She could have been with 1,000 men. These black women, they pride themselves in laying on their back for different dudes.
Hell yeah.
These black women ain't shit, man. That's why we get on them, man. They ain't shit.
Hispanic women too.
You know, and even their mothers tell them, don't just get, she's all into one guy. And the woman to tell the daughter, just play the field. Don't just get with one guy. Or even my demon told her fucking daughter.
Yeah.
Just don't get with the first guy. Just play the field, man.
Play the field. You're too young.
You know?
That's what they tell them.
Yeah.
So these girls are engineered by their mama and trained to be a whore.
These motherfucking women are sluts, man. And their mothers are sluts. Their grandmothers are sluts.
Their great grandmothers
are sluts.
The great
goddamn sluts, man. So for you to be all head over heels in love with a woman, there's something wrong with you, man. Right. And then if you're a priest of the Levitical order, the only woman you can get with is a virgin, man. You can't get with a woman that had one man before you had it, man.
That's how I came up. If you was a virgin,
in other words, you were saved. You were saved until you were saved for that one man. But this society's all messed up. That's why you got a bunch of faggots out here. You got a bunch of damn lesbians out here. You got a bunch of bugged out people that don't know what the hell is going on.
Thank you.
Because the white man don't know shit. He make the world think that he knows what's going on. Like you, sir. You look like you educated. Can I have a word with you? Let this man have a word with you, man. Come on, these white people don't like to talk to us no more. What's going on? I thought the white man knows every goddamn thing, man. They don't know shit. I'm trying to get something started up here, man. I'm trying to peck a fight. You know? Anyway, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Oh no, hey, well,
go ahead, man.
Hey, but just like the elder said, this man, he don't know a damn thing. But we were talking about women, and back in the ancient world, things that you was able to do.
Let's put this way.
We'll give you an example of it. If you've seen the movie The Color Purple, if you remember the scene, it's an excellent movie, by the way. When he was riding on the horse and she was going to school, what he did right there was nothing wrong with that. Now, what was wrong with it was that was her sister. You ain't supposed to deal with sisters. But what he was doing, there wasn't nothing wrong with that. We can read that in the scriptures.
Oh, give me that, brother, because I was going over it a couple of weeks ago. I believe that's either Exodus 18 and 18 or Leviticus 18 and 18.
Yep.
I believe
she was like,
go to Leviticus 18.
She was like, I gotta go to school. And he was like, I gotta go to school.
You know what? We're going to read about that in Deuteronomy 22.
He was going to take her to school.
Oh, he was going to take her to school.
Yeah, he was trying to lead her to school.
Yeah.
He was trying to school her. Because what can a fucking woman do going to fucking school for 20 years, man? All these things, you got, in this society, America's so messed up that you got people with degrees that are flipping burgers at McDonald's, man. You know you got to have a college degree to get a job at Wendy's now? You got a high school diploma, right? You come in, you got a high school diploma, okay, I'll call y'all, see, this guy comes in, you got a bachelor's degree, you got a master's degree, you got a doctorate, you get the job.
You ain't even...
A lot of these fucking taxi drivers got doctorates, man. And then you got the stupid, dumbass black woman She got the book. Give me some books, man. Give me a whole lot of books. Come on, give me some books, man.